I got my start in my career as an economist for the Department of Finance.
I'm in my second year of law at Thompson Rivers University.
I've worked a variety of different jobs. I've worked in online news, communications, healthcare administration, magazine journalism.
I am now back in Victoria working at a small law office. My first day of law school, I had a professor tell us that as lawyers, you are storytellers. And I found that it's absolutely true. Every single day at work, I get to tell stories why my client is right.
Just thinking about in our own network, we have friends with English degrees who've worked in journalism, communications, editing, technical writing, marketing, publishing, teaching, HR. And that's just what we could think of. And the nice thing about English degrees or communications degrees is people who can write and communicate well are sought after in any industry.
So one thing, I didn't do this so much, but I kind of wish I did, ask like profs or people in the admin office for like opportunities potentially during like the summertime or like after school to like get opportunities to work with people who you admire and are doing interesting things.
You need to be okay with failing, because until you get to law school, you've done a lot of things right. And once you get to law school, you're about to do a lot of things very wrong. And you're going to get beaten up and you're going to get tossed around, and you got to be fine with it. You have the rest of your life to be a professional, but you only have these years before law school to do the things that you're really interested in. And so take advantage of that. Give yourself some time to breathe and enjoy the ride.
I was actually accepted into the psychology program at MRU. And then 3 months before the semester was due to get started, I had a bit of a quarter life crisis. And I said, I don't even think I'm interested in psychology. I was just thinking this would be a good option for me to find a job. So I kind of sat down and I thought, okay, what am I actually interested in? And so I thought, I've always loved writing and editing, and I've always been interested in the news. And so, and I had stacks of magazines on all my shelves. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to apply to the journalism program. And that was a great decision. And it turned out to be exactly the perfect job for me with all my kind of is a good mix of all my skills. And
especially if you're considering law, not taking things personally and learning how to remove yourself from a situation. I even have classmates who sometimes will get really heated and passionate about something, and end of the day, you are welcome to have your opinions on things. But when you're in a courtroom, or even if you're a solicitor and you're not in a courtroom, at the end of the day, your client is first, and you might not agree with what they want, but you have to pull that aside and benefit them as long as it's within the law. And it's just something, in the courtroom, you're going to be enemies with another lawyer, but then as soon as you're out that door, you really have to throw that out the window, and that's now your friend. And it's just learning to separate yourself from the situation, because if you get too emotional with things, you're not going to go far as a lawyer, because no one's going to want to work with you in many ways.
Take the classes you've always wanted to take. So for me, when I was in university, I took classes in creative writing, women's studies, science. I learned something from all of them that I'll always take with me. And a degree it's just the first step. So you'll keep building on that foundation your whole life through on-the-job training, continuing education, working abroad. There's so many different ways to get an education.